Okay, so my name is Chloe, Glamna 10. You've probably seen one of my other videos where I was talking about how you can know your numbers, and I decided to do another video just walking through the Nail Tech Profit worksheets. It is a workbook of a group of sheets with formulas and everything already in so you can understand your profit point. Really, that's really what it is. So what we have first is we're going to calculate our product costs. I have the base cost of products put in there. So the size, the services per unit, and the product cost, and then that'll get you a cost per unit. So if you use one file to do a client's nails and it's like a throwaway file, which you should be using, then it's going to cost you $2.26 to complete this service with all of these tools, right? Um, I went all the way through for your gel manicure, your acrylic service with tips and forms, a polygel service, hard gel service, gelic service, spa manicure, spa pedicure, spa gel manicure, and spa pedicure. So all of those services are um divided out so that you can see exactly how much it costs to perform it. Now, when you get the worksheet, all you have to do is actually pop in your numbers. So say you bought a pack of nail files and it's actually got 100 of them in there. I'm going to change this to 100. Make that 102. The product cost was 22 bucks for 100 files. Super cheap. Then it's going to automatically figure out your cost per unit and then change your total cost per service. So when you're calculating your services, you're going to go to the next sheet, and those numbers from the product cost are going to filter over. So we have a time in minutes. You're going to change this to whatever time it takes you, not whatever time you think it should take. So make sure it's what time it takes you currently. That way you're charging correctly for your time. Then you have a base hourly rate. I have my base hourly rate as a minimum of $25. Please, why not? So the base hourly rate, your product cost from the other sheet, 100% markup. Now, people see 100% markup and be like, I really shouldn't be marking up 100%. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Because the same way Costco bought that outfit that looks like Lululemon and sells it for $10, $12, that's 100% markup. Lululemon actually has a 300% markup because they bought it from the same supplier more than likely. And they're both making a profit. It's just that one is making a profit that's bigger than the other one, but they still had a markup percentage. Okay. So then you have your nail art time, and then we have the cost for nail art. Now you could roll in nail art if you'd like. I personally charge for nail art because it's an additional time, product, effort, energy. So you charge for nail art. I like to use a base cost for nail art of $1 per minute, but it's totally up to you. Whatever. The cost to do the set is actually going to be here. So the cost to do the set is your hourly rate plus your product cost plus your nail art time. Then we have our markup percent multiplied by the cost to do the set gets us our customer's price. All right. And then here we have our total service time. So the time it took you to do the service plus to do the nail art. Okay, cool. And then we have our profit number. The profit number we get is going to be the cost to do the service here minus what the customer pays, and that's our total profit number. Why is it a different number? Because you actually didn't make any money off the set. You just made the money back that it cost you to do the set. You didn't start making money off the set until you satisfied the $57 and actually made the profit of 117 bucks. And then this is the total time it took to do the set. So very, very important. It's a bunch of different numbers. So if you're not a nail tech, you're a customer, you're watching this, you're like, they shouldn't be charging us that much based on the skill set, the time, the effort, all of that. That's what you charge for. It's like if you go into a mechanic shop and you get your car service, they have a parts and labor charge. They're separate. It's the same thing with a nail person. So when you're calculating the cost of your space, I have it two ways for you. I have it the cost of your space if you're working from home. And then there's an explanation video in the series of four. So this is technically gonna make five. There is an explanation video of how we get to these numbers, but you would put your room square footage that you're using, the total home square footage, your monthly rent or mortgage, or if you're only paying taxes, that goes here and it'll give you the percentage that you're using. Now, a lot of people think that because you're working from home, it's free, and it's not. On average, like I said before in the videos, you add $1,000 to your home budget just because you're working from home. Now, is it less than working in a suite? Yeah, but not that much. Because let's look at how much it costs you to work in a suite. Well, about $1,000 less. But this is how much it costs me to work in my suite a month. Total operating expenses. So even though I work 4 days a week, if I don't make at least the $2,100, I'm not covering any of my business costs. I'm actually in the hole. So if I don't make the $2,100 plus I don't make a profit, then I'm negative, and I never want to be negative. So this is how much it costs you to operate in your salon suite. Now, this will change based on how many days you're working or how much your suite costs or whatever your expenses are. And that's totally fine. You can pop any of your numbers into this sheet and make sure you get your profit point, get how much it costs you to operate per day. So if you're new and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a suite because I got a job and my job in the suite, I can build clientele and blah blah, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. What I'm gonna ask you to do is work out your numbers first and then get your marketing plan. How are you gonna get clients? All of that. Do that first. Not to say don't do it, just have your numbers ready so you know exactly what you're getting into. Now, after we figure out how much it costs us, we need to figure out our weekly revenue. What do we need to bring in order for us to make money? Because not only do we need to cover the business bills, we also need to cover our personal bills. Like, that's why we're doing this. So I have it set up where you can enter in all your business expenses. This is business only for now. If people ask for personal, I could add that later, but this is business only for now, right? So we have rent, supplies, internet, all of these things that are in there. So it gives you your total business expenses. And then every single week, you're going to put in how much money you generated from your services. And those weekly totals will add up there. And then you'll see your business expenses come from your total revenue, and this to be your total profit. So this is what you have left over to live off of after you've paid your business expenses. Right. It's not a ton. But I also did work in there where you're paying taxes and you can always lower that amount based on how much you're earning, and then a retirement savings, because you should be saving for retirement and you should be saving for emergencies. So technically it's the retirement and the emergency fund savings. You can reduce those, but you always want to make sure that you're covering yourself for the future. I mean, we're self-employed. There may be a time where you have to go take care of a loved one and you can't work for a while. So what is your cushion? Or there's a time where maybe you have to get a procedure done and you're going to be off of work for a while. What is your cushion? You want to be prepared for those events. That way, you're not going to be in dire straits or trying to work or just struggling. And that increases your like heal time when you're stressed out. You don't want to be stressed out when you're trying to heal. Believe me. And then also look at the way the world is going. It's not like they're trying to help us really. So we got to help ourselves. So that's how we calculate our weekly revenue. And then the next is our full year sales. So at the top, I put copy the sheet and paste. Oops, that should say paste. Paste it into a new sheet before you enter the numbers. And that's real easy to do. You're just going to take this, you're going to hit file, you're going to hit edit, copy. I'm going to go down here. We're going to add another sheet. See sheet 8. And I'm going to click in this corner right here and I'm going to paste. I'll do it. I won't do short keys. File, paste. And so we made another one. And then here, so income. So for sheet 8, I'm going to double click on this right here and I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to hit sheet 8, double click. I'm using short keys, hit paste. And then I'm going to put the next year, 2026. And then you could change this one to the current year. Just double click and then 2025. Change it to the year. And that way you can have them from year to year, right? And you can just keep operating out of this sheet for perpetuity. So forever. Because once you get it, it's yours. So you will put in what you made from salon services. If you selling press-on nails, you got affiliate marketing, you doing Amazon, or maybe you're working with different nail product companies. Put your affiliates in there and see your total income. And then do your actual, like how much your expenses are. Put all of that in there as well. And your retirement savings. Put all of that in there and then see what your total profit is every single month for a full year. It is very important that if you look at everything, you will literally see how you can make more money. Like it'll keep the gears turning. Like, oh, okay. So if I just take 2 more clients at this price point, then guess what? That is all the money I need for my retirement savings for this month. And so the other money is freed up. So it'll just really help you, one, stay out of debt because you're managing the business finances great. 2, it'll help you see like, yeah, you're making progress even though you don't feel like you're making progress, because sometimes you need to see it to believe it. And then 3, it'll help you stay organized so when tax time comes, you're prepared. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down below in the comment section, and then I will put the link to this nail profit worksheet in the description below. Thank you for joining me. My name is Chloe. I'm the nail techs coach. I'm Glam Nails 210. I'm, on all the social medias doing nail related stuff and trying to help nail techs make more money. Usually I'm doing nail art, and this video actually ended up coming about because they were asking me, how much should I be charging for my nail art? How much should I be charging for my airbrush nails? Like, I don't even understand like how much it's costing me. And so then I was like, gears turning. Let's do a video. And that's how I built this spreadsheet, which I actually been using this spreadsheet for a while, but I didn't know other nail techs didn't have something like this. So that's why I made it accessible and easy to use. So, like I said, it's in the description. That's linked below. And if you have any questions, then go ahead and put them in the comments and I will answer them. Thanks for joining me. Bye.